Hi, this is Kim Pinkney and welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so today I am going through the last few pages of my Nocturnal Emissions comic, and just going to scroll through and see if there's anything I need to fix, and got to make those judgment calls. Do I fix it? Do I leave it alone? Do I keep going? And like right here, I need to do his hair. So like on page 1 here, I need to do that. I guess I could add more definition, but the thing about it is that I gotta get this thing uploaded. I gotta get it uploaded. Okay, so just taking a peek. There's things I need to add. I probably need to make that bigger. Maybe make this bigger too. Yeah, everything in here looks like it needs a little bit of a tweak. Yeah, everything here looks like it needs something. Like right here, the beer bottle here isn't finished. His jacket's not finished. And these guys are definitely not finished. So these are guys I'm going to be working on during the stream. Let's see, and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep this page, because this page pretty much says the same thing. Let's see, or is it this page? This is the page that kind of says what those things are supposed to be saying, just in a different way. Judgment calls, judgment calls. Yeah, it still needs a little bit more tweaking. Okay, alright. So on with the show. Let me get rid of the easy stuff first. I'm going to go ahead and finish up his hair real quick. Gotten pretty fast with the hair. Really freaking fast. I'm just going to use the fine hairbrush. I'm just kind of bring this down a little bit. Yeah, all weekend I've been just working on this and watching the nonsense and the looting. It even came here to Tampa. It's just ridiculous. People make no sense. No damn sense at all. And what's crazy is I was watching a broadcast and it was like right up the street from me. Last night I didn't think anything was happening in Tampa. I'm so glad I moved. I am so glad I moved to another location. And there's no real buildings over here as far as anything to be looted. There's like a couple restaurants and let's see, there's a Chinese restaurant, not Chinese, yeah, but that's up the street. But there's nothing here, and it's mostly old people that live here. Very few kids, definitely no teenagers. It's a trip. I thought everything was cool in Tampa. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, I was watching Lovely T's channel where she was talking about how all kinds of craziness is broken out in her neck of the woods, because she's in Minneapolis, and she's a YouTuber who, gosh, she's amazing with the broadcast. People bring stuff to her and she reports on it. She reported on the coronavirus before I even heard about it. She's got viewers in China and stuff like that, and they were trying to let her know, these people are dying here. I heard about that there before I even heard it from our own government here. And even when we did hear it from our government, it was bad. Yeah, they just blew it off. In the meantime, they were bringing back people from China and off cruise ships by the 500s. So yeah, we would have gotten it here. Oh, it's just one person in China. One person coming back from China. Yeah, but we all know that story. And this isn't that kind of channel. Now I just want to put a little bit of color into his face. Make sure this is all right. Got that there. Bring this down. And I started seeing that I wanted to add a little bit more to his face, like texture-wise. So let's give him a little bit of bumps. Give him some pores. I was trying to download or create my own brushes for pores and stuff, but it just was not working out. It could be my settings, how I have them set up, but it just wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So I'm kind of relying on some of Procreate's brushes, and then using a bit of my own to like kind of merge it in and stuff like that. Don't want him to have chicken skin, but I do want it to look a little bit more natural. Let me see. Try one of my brushes. Let's see. This one was the better one for pores. It's a little too dark though. Alright, so for those of you who are just joining me as far as the story goes, this is a guy who can't sleep alone. He makes others feel good with, I'll use this one, by taking away kind of like their sins, and then at night he would it would like dissipate in a nightmare for him, you know, and it would be gone, and you know, win-win type of thing. He makes new friends, you know, gets a little bit of promotion here and there at work, but now it's gotten pretty bad. At this point, he's not sure what to make of it. Before, he was pretty confident, you know, because this is what he's always done. But now it's kind of taken on a life of its own, and he doesn't know how to act. And hopefully I'm getting it to come across that he's not too sure if he's cool with it. And like by the last page is when he starts to question, what is this all for? You know, it's not all, you know, he was greedy. He started getting greedy, but then so did the whatever entity that he's dealing with. Okay. I didn't want to put too much in this because he's like wicked tiny. We're only going to see this for a heartbeat. See if I can get rid of this little blanket. Just kind of smudge it out. Yeah, my goal was for this weekend to have chapter 2 uploaded, and that just did not happen. Okay, I think I gave the blanket a texture. Let me go back to the gallery. Yeah, so I gave it this ornate texture. on the spread itself. Okay, so I gotta go back. Consistency, consistency. He's got like a gaming pillows, and then adult blankets. So let's see, I've got that under my textures. Let's see. I think this is it. Either that one or it's this one. Let's see. I think it's the other one. Try this one. Yeah. Wow, and I thought I was done with this page. It's easier to do a selection. Oops, got a finger. Let's see. Yeah, this is one of the things I forgot to do. Once I had finished up chapter 1, is just go back and look at all the panels and make sure everything is cool. Get all my little stray lines were finally blended in. Okay. Before I start to add the texture, I'm going to just go ahead and smooth everything down with the soft brush. Ugh. Kind of put a little bit of, oops, just a little bit of light on some of this area. Yeah, I can't wait to get to more monsters. Let's see, this is the gaming one. Here we go. Give it a darker tone. Bring this down some. Bring this down. Just kind of take care of some of the little parts right here. And we'll make it a little lighter. Alright, so on this chapter, he confides with his, I guess you can say this is his closest friend. Someone who's in the know when it comes to, you know, what this dream stuff was. He's known him the longest and he's trusted him. Okay, let's hook up old girl here. We'll keep her pale. And then we'll change that brush to, we'll let that one stay smudgy. For the moment. Okay. Let's try to get rid of some of my stray lines here. Okay. Need to give her a background here. Put that beneath her. That way she covers up the wood. You can kind of see the wood behind her. Make sure that it's over the wood. Either that or delete. There it goes. Okay. Oops, I'm obliterating that. She's got a lot of hair. Give her some dark circles under her eyes. Give the panda eyes. Okay. Under my touch-ups is where I put my pores. I wonder... See, I think 3 was too much. Bring that down. I've got to keep in mind that she's going to be wicked small and we won't really be able to see her that well. We'll use that one. Move it all in. Whoops. When it looks scaly. Dang, that's dark. I wonder if I can fix that brush. Let's see. Oof. The hell? Oh, because it's bringing in that color. It's a little better. Give her a shape here. Alrighty, let's see, so it was ornate. I think it was this one. Oops. Nope. I think that's the same ornate. Nope. Let's see. Is it you? All right. Okay. Bring that down, bring that up. Wow, I honestly thought I was done with this page. That's what I get for thinking. Okay. And I'm just using whatever I've got on here to kind of soften her up a bit. And I'm going to give her some harder lines here. Oops, too hard. because right now she looks like she's glowing. And then just kind of use the lines that I put down and kind of tease them out a little bit, or inwards a little bit. I have too many fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a thumb is somewhere around here, so somebody must go. Have that be kind of like a shadow. Got that one. Okay. Almost there. Just want to fix a few areas. Okay, that looks a little bit better than it was. Which reminds me of like Asian Shelley Duvall. Give her a little bit of a neck here. Go ahead and do this. We'll just kind of tease this downwards. Make this part of the face come out a little bit. Oof. Yeah, she looks rough. Good enough for government work. Okay, so we got that part going. So this one, I'll kind of declare that it's done. Go back. See anything on this one? I'll kind of fill this in with black. That should make that arm pop out a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Some crazy little stray lines. Let's see. Let's see, we use a little bit of gray. There's this tone. Just kind of give a hint that he's got fingernails. Okay. This will be all right. Okay, so I am cool with this. Okay. Now I'm trying to decide, I think I'll make it bigger. Okay. I was trying to decide if I wanted to make this bigger. Hold on. I'll find out what this one is. Okay, that's that. Okay, merge this one down. Okay, and this one's covering that layer. Okay, so this one here, make that bigger. Just take out more of this panel. Okay. I need to give this a table or something like that to sit on. Because right now it's just sitting in space. I could just color the panel, and that'll, yeah, let's do that. There we go. Because I think my lines are just a little crooked. Alright, good enough for government work. Okay, because I just got to get this done. Sacrifices must be made. Let's see. Is it this layer? Alrighty. Let's go to the next one. Oh, wait. I see a line. Let's make that disappear. Or right here. We'll make that be the line. Right there. Clean that up. All right. See, I thought this one was going to be okay. Let's see. Her boobs are like light. So let's see if we can throw a little bit of tone into them. We'll use that layer. Just want to all right. So after I finally get everything the way I want it, I will bring it into Photoshop, and yeah, see, her boobs were so damn light compared to the rest of like her face and stuff. Let me bring this down some. Okay. I should have like a Alright. Good enough for him to work. Alright. Okay, so we'll just finish up his jacket. And his hand. Definitely need to work on that hand. Okay, just a little bit. I didn't even notice it before. Okay, give it a little bit of tone there. We'll bring this up a little bit, bring that down a little bit. It's far from perfect, but you know, it is what it is. Gotta get her done. Give it a little texture. touch-ups. All right. See what layer that's on. Right there. And then I'll use this tone. Okay. Still gotta figure out where that line is. Right here. Oh, this is his mug. Let's see. Do the inner texture for this here. Do texture. He was wearing ornate, I think. This one right here. Oops. There we go. Give him a little bit more. All right. Okay. And then the wine glass. Okay. And for this, I'm just going to put some white streaks on it. Could try to do some froth. Let's see. I haven't quite mastered the froth yet. I made my own bubbles. There we go. Throw a few bubbles in there. Almost good, almost good. Okay, and then we'll do white streaks. All right. And he's got a bit of a white shirt on underneath. Grab some tones here. Just want to see if that's dark enough. Yeah. Just trying to make some of his little laugh lines pop out a little bit. All right. Part of me wants to put some sort of something on this guy. It's just like it's blank. That'd be kind of cool to have like cue balls there, or you know, pool balls there. Well, let's just clean him up a little bit. I look like a hippie. It's a little much. All right. Next page. Okay, then I gotta get to work. All right. Make sure it's on a different layer. That way if I screw it up, make sure. He's got small. Yeah, I had to do my early morning trolling after seeing that people went to the White House and then Trump had decided he was going to hide in an underground bunker instead of talking to the people. I said that he looks like you can almost see him walking around with like a cardboard sign that says "My life matters," or when it gets quiet because they're taking a knee. It's like, oh, is it safe to come out now? Bring this down just a little bit. Alright. Use my soft brush. Bring it down. Yeah, I think on my next one, in my next comic, I'm going to try to keep the coloring simple. Maybe flat shading, just to keep it fast. Yeah, another rage tweet with my little what do I want to call it? Yeah, I was adding more trolling, where I was saying something like people are gonna storm like was it like France, like an uprising in France, tearing down shit brick by brick. It's like the Bastille or something like that. He just doesn't understand that if you say the right things, it'll inspire people. But if you say the right things, that inspire people to tear shit up. Yeah, well, that's you, bro. That's you. Sometimes you just gotta know when to shut up. And I think this is my turn. I know when to shut up. Honestly, I know how to. I know how to say when you say that. Let's make sure that they're looking at each other. Let's see if we can give him more tones here. Let's do, instead of that brush, to the textures. No, touch-ups. Use a little bit of that. One other thing to give people texture when I have them like a big close-up, I use one brush to kind of do the tones, the soft tones. Come over with the texture, usually on a different layer, and just kind of use it sparingly so they don't look like lizard people. Use it like in the extreme shadows and in the highlights. Try to bring that down some. And then I use another texture to kind of soften that texture. I'm just using the touch-ups, and I'm going to use, where's my porous? This one, to be the softener. Let me do this, get rid of the color. Wrong layer. Let's see, it's this layer. There we go. And my next one will be in color. This black and white shit sucks. Oh, and I was going back through and looking at the contest. There was one that I'm really fond of that looks like it could take the prize in the horror mind-bending one. It had me kind of like, wow, this is good. There was 2 of them that did that to me. Mine, I think mine is going to be like the Diet Coke of it, but now at this point, it's not even about winning, it's all about finishing. At least for me it is. I just don't have the interaction that will require this to win. Yeah, because 30% of the judging is on interaction, and I just don't have enough eyes on this. I had, let's see, where am I on this? Hold up, let's see. Make a new one. Actually, I didn't have to go all that far in. My dashboard. I've only got 5 likes. After all this time, I just have 5 likes and 7 subscribers, no views. Oh, maybe somebody looked at it yesterday 4 times, and I bet that was me. Let's see, and no updates. So I'm pretty much looking dead on this. I gotta get my shit uploaded. Okay. So, look at all these windows I've got open. God, dandruff. Okay, but, let's see. So the one that I ended up liking was this one right here. One Last Dance was pretty cool. Oops, go back. And there's some of them I just haven't gotten around to finish reading. This one, I like the idea. There's like certain things in it that I like. Oh, somebody really likes that. Yeah, the concept is fun. It's a lot more fun. And I think I should have paid more attention to, could they like monetize this? You know, the story idea. You know, because you make a toy out of it. And I think with something like that, if you can take it a bit further, I think it would have done, I think this could have done a lot more. But like, it doesn't make any difference if I ain't got the shit in. Nobody's seeing it. Okay, let's see. I think what I'll do is I'll bring a little bit of a tone in here, and then we'll give them a highlight here, because they're facing each other, and may as well have some light here. We'll light them up in two areas here. See, I need the short hair. We'll give them some light up here. See, I want to merge this down with this. Just kind of light it up a bit. Come on, you. I need fine hairbrush. Put his hand on the I think I've got them looking like midgets. Let me see. Perspective is a very tricky thing. Okay. I didn't realize I created so many brushes. Okay, this was supposed to remove the selection down below here. It just added to it like it would. Let's see. Yeah, they look like midgets. God, dandruff. How do I fix this? I can either make their heads smaller or their hands bigger. Oh, I'm sorry, little people. Oh, God. Let's see. Which would not have been a bad story. How do I fix this? I can back him up, but I really don't have any text right here. Now I just gotta fix that hand. Yeah, I think their hands are really small. Oops. And I thought I had kind of measured them out. Let's see. Now that's huge. Bring this back in. Okay, that doesn't look bad. It's just this one looks bad. We'll bring it down just a bit, just to be, there we go. That doesn't look too bad. That's a big ass, a big stein. We'll make yours bigger too. Okay, let's do this. Oh, what am I doing? We'll use that. Use a rectangle. And we'll just make it . wonder if I can remove this from the selection. There we go. Anybody else need to be removed from the selection? I think we'll live. Let's see, we'll remove. Oh, sweet. Okay, so if his is higher up, his should be a little lower. That is cool. I had no idea I could do that. Where if you hit add, you can add to it, but if you hit remove, you can remove from it. And then if you have it already selected, you can just keep removing. That's cool. Good to know. Okay. Hold this down. Just add this to it. Freehand it. I'm going to be a bear about it. Get as close as I can to their fingers here. Wasn't supposed to close it in. That's okay. Good enough for government work. Alright. Make sure everything's cool. Alright, I gotta fix this up here. Oops. No. Let's see. Let's take off a little bit on the top here. Goodbye. Alright, shucky ducky. Alright, what's going on down here? We'll give it put it behind everybody here. Ooh, that's not straight. Okay, I'm going to use my grid for once. Let's see, how about guaranteed to be straight? There we go. Why is that in a group? Just takes up an extra layer. Okay. And I can erase this bad boy. Try to keep it clean, keep it clean. Okay. Make sure I'm on that layer. There we go. And I'm just trying to fill in some of these blanks here, all the way to the edge. There we go. That was stupid. I should have merged it down. Because then I got to worry about all this on this side. Let me see if I can unmerge. Okay, I'll merge it later. Alright, oh boy here. Watch your selection. Freehand. Alright, we want shiny. Okay, let's get to that face. Something's weird. Hold on for a second. I think the order is weird. Okay, so here they got their beers. Now they're cheering. The cheer should have came first, and then yeah, I'll have to switch these. I thought something looked weird. Okay, so let's do this. I will copy this one. Just when I thought I was done. Okay. I was pretty happy about what everything is doing. Let's see. Okay, so I want to rectangle this. Okay, so that's on a whole nother layer. Okay, I'm going to copy that layer. Paste that layer in, and that'll be up above that, but this layer and this layer, yeah, we have to merge anyway. So before I merge, make sure of that layer, and I'm just going to get rid of the line that's in between everything. Alright. I'll copy that. And then I will paste. Okay. But before I do anything, this guy right here, I'm going to delete this layer. Bring that layer down. his head is considerably bigger than his. That could be the problem. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll revisit that. Alright. And then we need to erase this layer. And move that layer up. All right. All right. Okay, so let's go back and fix that. Next time I'm going to use freaking beer bottles. Sucks. Okay, now I said that his head looked way bigger than his head, which is causing all kinds of problems. So let me kind of do a quick measure. Alright. Let's see if I can make just this guy bigger. I'm going to have to take his beer with him. I think the handle's okay. Maybe it's just this portion. His head is kind of tilted. Okay, I think that's good. Just a gentle tweak. Okay, that'll do, pig, that'll do. Okay. Just bring it out a little bit more. I don't think I want his fingers to break the border. see what it looks like without his fingers. Yeah, it looks okay. Oops. My selection is just a little off. Let me do something real quick. Get that ostrich going again. This is one ugly jacket. That texture is just like gross. Now that I know it's ostrich, you know, it's just like ew. What do you use that on? Yeah, I just remembered Paul Manafort, who gotten, you know, bought like ostrich jackets or something like that. The memes on that was hilarious. And then I remember seeing a meme where you had a courtroom of ostriches judging him. This is what the jury looked like. Oops. Bunch of angry ostriches. Okay. Man, okay, so after this chapter, we will be at the club, or we'll be transitioning to the club. And then I'm trying to debate, do I want to, oh God, I've got so much drawing to do. Okay, let me hurry up and finish this. I can't be spending so much time on these. I need like 2 more months. To make it like the way I want it. I might have to get rid of some of the scenes where the entity is showing its ass. Yeah, I definitely need to take a day off. I'll see if I can get a day off either this week or next week. My schedule that I have for myself for the rest of the month is I have to finish 5 a day, 5 panels a day. That's like a page. Oops. I'll just kind of merge these guys together. Okay. So if I can at least do a page in the start of another page, I should be in good shape. I lost my ear. Okay, take that, smudge his hair just to give it a little bit more thickness and give it like a layer, a textured layer. Give him that John Stamos hair. That man got hair for days. At least he used to. Forgetting my boy's hairstyle. It's shorter on top, kind of long on the sides. Kind of layered. Throw some white in here. Back to black. Okay. Let me get his ear back. Okay, He'd had a 5 o'clock shadow. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my soft brush, put all the contours and whatnot in, and then from here I will add the textures. Ear back in here. Just do some gentle tones around his ears. It's been really hard to stay focused on the one story, because I'm so used to entertaining the thoughts of other stories at the same time. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if I had this? And it's because of the different drawings that I would do. The one of a hamster jouster always comes back to mind, especially since I've been listening to a fantasy audiobook. And I'm like, ooh, it would be cool if I did this in the story. You know, so what I need to do is just kind of jot stuff down. So that those really cool ideas transfer over. And I kick myself sometimes because I didn't do that like I needed to on my 100 days of making comics. But so much was happening at that time that I realized that this is going to take more than 100 days to do one, you know, because I had so much world building I was creating. With that 100 days of making comics, the world should have already been established. But I was doing a lot. I mean, I had a whole thing going on. It was like based off of loosely based off of Dungeons and Dragons, and if what it would have been like if bad kids were in the world of Dungeons and Dragons instead of kids with morals, you know, damaged people. You know, it's like, I really think that Avenger had some great ideas. I know his ass would have got us out of here faster. You know, that's one thing. If they would have probably talked to Avenger, he probably could have found a way to get them home. Let's see. You know, in exchange for giving the weapons. And yeah, you know, some people might end up getting killed as a result of that. But, you know, hey, you get to go home. How about that? Ooh, I kind of like that flat shading, or that hard shadow. Oops, reset. Yeah, I like that hard shadow, but I think I'll soften it anyway. Let's see, we'll take it down a notch here. Yeah, that's not too bad. I like that. I just gotta remember to do it all the time. Let's see, maybe I can add that to him too. Okay, let me try to do a hard shadow on here. It's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah, it needs to be softer. I'll soften it up. There we go. Make it more subtle. It's there, but it's not there. Okay, let's give him some eyes. That might be too much. Just do it subtly. Bring that down. Yeah. If I can hear the birds outside. Power tweeting like our president. That doesn't look creepy at all. Okay, so on this, I'm going to merge this down. Actually, before I merge it down, stop. We're on that layer. Soften it up. All right. Just use a little bit of texture in the face and the touch-ups. We'll get this double going. Give it a nice size there. Bring this down a little bit. Oh yeah, the texture. Touch-ups. Oops, yeah. And then we'll soften it with the porous. Let's see. Can't remember which one it was I used. Skin to porous skin, that's right. Okay, and then we'll just kind of soften that so he doesn't look like Edward James Olmos. There we go. Do this right here. Just enough to give him some texture. Make it a little bigger here. And we'll soften it again. So he's not too smooth. Look a little bit more human. Got some blemishes and all right. Try to decide, do I want the shadow here? No. We'll put the highlight here. the tones to move it just a bit in other areas. There we go. Don't want to be too smooth. Okay. Alright. Let's finish that paw and those beer steins. Now, one of the things I kept telling myself is I didn't want to cheat as far as, you know, how like people reuse panels on their episodes, you know, to get themselves to the 30 panels. I didn't want to be that person. I want to, if I need to kind of replay the scene, then I want to do it either at a different angle. It could be famous last words, right? It's like you say that, but when push comes to shove, you know, like I said, I didn't want to compromise with the way things looked. And I've been making some crazy compromises. You know, for the sake of time. So, you know, sleep definitely has become compromised. Entertainment has become compromised. The only time I get to troll is like when I'm getting ready to eat. Maybe when I'm taking a bath, just catch up on YouTube videos. Or when I have a free moment at work and I have nothing else better to do but troll, you know, for 5 minutes maybe. Gotta space my trolling out, you know. Can't over troll on Facebook. And my trolling is pretty much just trying to be facetious on things. Okay, let's get back to his layer. I'm going to merge everybody down so I can manipulate the lines. Oops, just like that. Bring that up. There we go. That would make a funny meme. Trump walking around the White House going, "My life matters." Or taking that Sharpie, like, and have like the real reason why Obama's portrait isn't portrayed in the White House, because every time it's portrayed, Trump is going around putting a mustache on it, you know, or he defiles it or something like that. And then I was watching this one video on what is it called? Pyramid Head. When I used to play the game, when I used to play Silent Hill, I thought that fool was scary. It's like, what can you do? He was like, freaking, he seemed strong. The way he dragged that damn sword around like guts. Shit looked heavy, sounded heavy. And it looked like it'd be devastating. I mean, every time he came on the scene, it was just like, damn, Pyramid Head. And I was watching a video on Pyramid Head, and the analysis of it is that he seems like James Sutherland's personality, but if he's part of that, he's in almost every Silent Hill. So I don't know if that could hold true. If everybody's got their own interior pyramid head. All I know is my pyramid head looks hot. But I was like, I left a message that if we applied the same logic, Obama would be pyramid's head. It would be pyramid head to Trump. He's bigger, he's better, he's sexier, he's faster, he's smarter than Trump, and Trump hates him. Oh yeah, Trump fears him. Fears him. He has to, to put so much stock into trying to destroy him when he should be focusing on other things, less petty. All right. I don't know. I think I should have him smiling. My guy here, not Trump. Don't care about that fool. It's funny. I used to say that I didn't hate anybody. Like, I just don't have it in me to keep that kind of energy going. But then Trump popped up. And, just every time I see the man on screen, or, because it's like captured on your screen when you're, going anywhere online. It's that snarly looking face. Oh, God. And it's kind of hard to imagine, but people have gotten together for centuries and created that. He was the end result. Out of all the sperm that could have possibly taken over, this is the guy that we come up. This is the winner. Let me stop. This is not that kind of channel. This channel is about art. We shall discuss art and what I'm doing. That's one of the things I've always marveled about some channels that I would go to, and they'll mention one thing and then they're drawing as they're doing it, but they're not. I don't know if they're. I think it was like I don't think they're drawing as they're doing it. I think they're just doing voiceover and voiceover commentary, because I can't. I don't know how they do it, because I can't draw and talk at the same time. And so you'll have periods of quiet while I'm trying to focus on something. Trying to make this look like a beer stein. Yep. I'll probably come back to this. Smooth off these areas. Let me see. What do I have? Okay, I got an hour. All right. Yeah, I woke up at 3 so I could have, I'd get myself together, and then by 4 I'd have at least 3 good hours to devote to my goal. like a gray tone. And then I'll draw the froth. Just anywhere I think that there's going to be a shadow. Okay, so underwater, I created this froth texture. Oops, wrong color. It's mixed with bubbles. I should make it gray. We'll make it higher. I'll just kind of tap these bubbles in. Maybe let me see. You can barely see it, which is fine. And then I created a bubble texture. I think they might be too big. Let's see. Let's see, I'll do this one. Tap it onto the froth there. Okay. And then we'll just smooth out some of my lines here. Bring more of that jacket out. Make sure I bring myself back to the other one. Okay. Throw a little bit of light on his jacket. Put a little bit of light on his. Okay. Need the argyle. Now I'm hoping I can show everything that I came up with in the chat in my other videos. I just hope I do a good job. Yeah, this being my first, I'm trying to go all out on it. And it's definitely been a learning experience. Eye is too bright. Okay, let's finish this guy's off. Okay. Touch-ups. We'll do old skin. And then for this one, touch-ups, we'll do the porous one again. Tone on here. So I put a base tone on here, and it is just like a start of where I can go with it, instead of it just being a blank white canvas type thing. It's just need to have someplace to go. Okay, this is kind of digging into his skin. Kind of give him some texture here. Oops. A little smudgy too much. There we go. I'll throw the Argyle on there, I think. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me see. I don't even show it there. So I have the cuff of his thing a little bit bigger. Let's see, I left that one white, so I'll leave it white. Okay. Not bad. And then if I feel froggy, I'll try to put something in the background so that we know that they're at a bar. Like the drinks isn't enough. Let's see. Soften up the edges of his face too. Just a little. Alright, good enough for government work. Let's go ahead and erase a few stray lines. Okay. I still have 1, 2, 3, and I have no idea, or at least, let's see, I've got this one. I got number 8. Let me see if I can finish this one. Let's see, it's 6:52. All right, let's do a quick selection. Actually, let's take his skin tone. Okay, so I need a guy reaching into his pocket. let's get that hand going first. How do I want to do it? I'm gonna take that. Alright. Bring that all the way down. Make sure that's all the way up. See if we can clean up these lines. What layer is that on? Oh, I already did. Okay. No worries. Let's see, do I even need this layer? Not really. Okay, I don't want it to get confusing. Okay, they're all on the same side. Okay. Before I had these guys like swapping sides, since you can see they're different angles. Okay, so I don't really need this one right now. Oops. Oh, for some reason it deselected his face. There we go. And then his face. Again. Okay. I'm going to merge this one up here. And then for giggles, I'll merge that one. I think his face is a little too dark. Shoot. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Alright. Trying to decide what do I want to do to him so he's not just floating in space here. Okay. So this will all be, oops, jacket. Okay, let's see his jacket. Shiny squares. Good enough for government work. All right. Bring it down a little. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Okay. Get the textures out the way. Oops. For ornate. Bring that down a little bit. Going. Yeah, get that easy stuff out the way first. I had to give it a different thing for the liner. Oh, that was smart. Okay, ostrich. I should just have like one that's nothing but animal prints and just create that. Okay. We'll bring this down some. All right. Bring that down. See, what kind of liner should I have? Let's see, maybe something kind of velvety looking. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's see, something like this. Nah. Pretty though. Let's see. And I think I was going to use this on a tie. That looks abrasive. Let's try. Let's see what tiny strokes will do. Yeah, that's not too bad. Give it, because it'll kind of give it like a little velvety look. Like, he can't wait to whip this damn thing out. Okay. Let's see. This is white. Oops, too far out. Trying to capture his sweater here. Okay, so this down here all has to be, let me see if I can get this to be. The ostrich, bring that down and make it. Drag a little bit of this tone down. Okay, let's see. This. There we go. Alrighty. So I told myself I have to finish 5 of these a day in order to stay on goal. At least 3 of them in the morning, and if I can, squeeze out 3, 2.5 or 3 at night when I get off work. And then when I'm eating, then that's when I can like watch YouTube or Netflix or whatever. And then when I'm on my bike on my way to work, that's when I can listen to my audiobook, you know, to and from work. Yep. Alright, let's see. Dun, dun. Okay, so I got about 30 minutes left. And for those of you who are just joining me, hi, I'm Kim Pinkney. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a webcomic for a contest on Webtoons. First prize is $15,000, and then increments of like 3,000, whatnot. But it has to be 3 to 5 chapters, and it has to have a minimum of 30 panels. So you can't just say, and it has to be in 2 themes, mind-bending and mind-bending and heartwarming. And mine, I'm going for the mind-bending. Mine is about a guy who can't sleep. He takes on people's guilt and sins and things like that, and releases them in a nightmare or in his dreams. And and all's well. But then he got this job where he's working, or his clients are pretty heinous people. They're rich, and they got a lot of sins. They can't sleep at night, so these are the things that keep them up. And since when he encounters them and closes their accounts, gets their money, he basically takes on their nightmares. They trust him. I thought that was, I could have sworn that was, it's not too late to get rid of this. Okay, there we go. It's kind of blending in. Okay, I was going to panic there for a sec. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, so in chapter 1, and the chapter is up right now on Webtoons. It's free to read. It's pretty abrupt. 30 panels is barely enough to tell what I need to tell. But I've been condensing stuff, but it makes it read way too fast. But regardless, I need, in order to close out a chapter, I have to have 30 panels, and so I have to add filler, and I had to dip into chapter 2 of my story. See, I'm not going to switch from this brush. Just kind of work it in. Make it work moment. Switch it anyway. There we go. I'll switch it back when I have to do his hair again. Okay, so our guy is starting. Okay, so the nightmares are pretty bad, but he found that if he can share the nightmare with somebody, like if he has somebody with him, they take on the nightmare. And for the longest time, he was telling himself that, it's no big deal, it's just a nightmare. They'll get over it, no big deal, it's just a nightmare. But for other people, it's real. It's not a nightmare, it's not just in their head. And he starts to get pretty arrogant when it comes to the nightmares. Pretty nonchalant and arrogant with it. I think I distorted his face too much. I think everything's just like a little wider than it's supposed to be. It is. So how do you fix it, Kim? See, can I squeeze him in a bit without distorting too badly? Let's see. Let me try this. I had resized this. That's almost right. Anything else I'll have to just adjust. Okay. Alright, so he starts to realize that he can't sleep alone anymore. These nightmares are just too intense. And it's much easier to pawn it off on somebody else. You know, and he's reaping the benefits of it. He's closing deals for every woman that he brings to bed with him. And luckily he's a good-looking guy. Every woman that he brings to bed with him nets him almost a six-figure deal each and every time. Why would you want to stop? You know, besides the morality of it all. But yeah, he's living the high life off of it. But now, the nightmares have gotten so bad that it's like they become their own entity. They don't want to dissipate. They don't just want to go away into that good night. They want a pound of flesh to go along with it. So he picks up women, and I think what I'll do is I'll have him become, you know, he'll get that reputation for, you know, womanizing. But he won't date anybody at work. He doesn't want to mess up anything at work. You know, no fishing in the company pond. Now he works with a woman who can't stand him because he stole, or she believes that he stole her clients. In a way he did, but in a way she has to take the blame because she never closed them. She never found that one thing that these people wanted or needed, you know, from her to close the account. So she ends up having to work with him and then eventually under him because he's been so successful at the job. It's kind of like a slap in the face. So, but she's good at bringing people in, and then he's good at closing. So it's natural that the higher ups would want them to team up and work together, even though, you know, she can't stand him. And I think I should make it so that her animosity towards him is one of the things that are feeding the monsters. Maybe it's a catalyst. Like it's like he loses respect for the women. You know, he doesn't care about their feelings. You know, because he's gone through so many. When you've gone through too many people, it wears on you. It changes you. It desensitizes you. And I think that's what's happened to this guy. He's become desensitized. So, and then to top it off, the entity's gotten slick. It keeps him asleep. So even if he wanted to wake up, he couldn't, you know, to make them go away. It's whenever he goes to sleep, that's when they come out. They just come out of his body, and usually it would just come on out and no big deal. But now they have something to feed on, and now they expect to be fed. And when he's got a good night's sleep, he's the bomb. He can close 10 six-figure deals in one day after a good night's sleep. You know, and that's just, or at least a 4 hour, in 4 hours, because he can't seem to get the women to stay asleep in the night. How can they when something's attacking them? They don't remember the dream because it dissipates. But it's starting to get to the point where you can't ignore it. So he's lost one girlfriend, the one at the very beginning, and you see what it's been doing to her. And the way it keeps him asleep, or makes him really anxious to go right to sleep, is that he gets the most incredible wet dreams ever. I mean, intense, incredible wet dreams. And I think with him, he was prior military, and I think because of the dreams, he had to get out. Because when you're sleeping in a barracks or berthing with like 75 other people, you just can't have that. Nobody would really understand where the stuff was coming from unless they saw it emanating from him. Okay, so I gotta get going. Let's see. This is where we are so far. Not too bad, not too bad. And I'll just run through what I have so far for those of you who popped on in and just came in to take a peek at the end. The way to look at everything is just kind of like take the first one and kind of make it big with your fingers, like that 2-finger spread, and then you can go sideways and view. So this is like the girl of the night, and he's just, it's become so routine with him that he never noticed that he started changing. So and what brings him to the bar is that the girl leaves him. He's a gamer, or at least in his leisure time, he likes to play games, and he's got like a gamer clock. It's like Super Nintendo, but instead of saying Super Nintendo, it says Super Sleep Tendo, but you can't read the words. It's like supposed to be Nocturnal system. And so he's like, shit, it's only 6:30, 11:30. He still has like 8 hours to kill. So he goes to the bar. The bar's pretty dead. And he's just kind of stressing over the crap that he's got to do. And then his friend happens to be there. He's like, tell me that isn't who you think it is. And, just as he's about to move in on another girl, he gets cock-blocked a little bit. And then they kind of catch up. And then the friend is kind of stressed that he's going to have a kid. And this scene that I'm working on is, can I see your badge, daddy, or whatever. And he whips out his badge, and then he's going to mess with him. And this is what I'll be working on tonight and tomorrow. Just kind of joking with him. And then he'll lead into, the rest of what's going on with him since they've last talked to each other. And he's kind of reluctant to talk to him, but he's like, I think you're the only person I could tell this to. I have no sympathy for him. Nobody really has sympathy for him for what he's doing to people. But it's almost, it's insane. So, he has no problem meeting women, but it always ends up the same way. Just like them being tortured by his nightmares. And then he's always the center of it, on the prowl, looking for more. and all that so that he can close deals. But then he starts to ask, well, who am I doing this for? You know, and this is the monster that he's shaking hands with. So you tell me, bro, am I in trouble? And that's how it'll end this chapter. But I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I want to put anything here, if I want to add more women, or not sure. And then still trying to hash out whether or not I want to keep certain panels. Like, do I really need this extra set of panels? Because it's pretty much saying the same thing right here. So I have to go back through and count and see if it's feasible to keep it or not. So that is where we are. You guys, thank you so much for your support and popping in, saying hi every now and then. It really makes a difference. And we're not even halfway through yet. I got a lot more drawing to do, a lot more torturing to do. Alright, you guys, take care, and I will see you on the morrow, or rather in the next video. Bye-bye.